Raphael, mainly being a net play player, has definitely improved week by week when it's come to this tournament. So he's still probably got a few cards up his sleeve here. But here we go. We're right into this. Shadow versus Raphael. We're going to see if anyone manages to get this quick kill on Lakitu right now. You notice right now immediately on Raphael's screen, he's struggling to find the proper follow-up right off the bat, but it looks like he's got something decent to follow up. Meanwhile, Shadow has been one of the most consistent players I've seen in the tournament so far. He can find those big chains and sets them up very properly each time, and that's what leads to this 18-second kill right from the get-go here. So Shadow is going to be taking this first lead. We'll get to see what he does here, trying to improve his lead, as it took Raphael 38 seconds to get done here. He had a pretty nice chain follow-up with some combos mixed in. He's going to extend it out more because he knows he didn't have enough scent. This was actually a very beautiful extension. Now all this combo garbage is going to fall on top, and he'll probably get the kill here. Good awareness there by Shadow, as he's going to remain with the lead here and not get anything too bad. 26 seconds on Bumpty is still pretty good. Raphael with a chance there with that tall left pillar. Bumpty able to downstack though, and he's got to find a little bit more of a follow-up. Is this going to be enough? It will not. Raphael about 2 lines short right now, but Bumpty does not have anything on his screen, so that's going to lead to a 30-second kill for Raphael. So it's hard to tell since it's only been the first 3 stages here. Oh, that's going to be a very big momentum turner here early on. I was about to say it doesn't mean too much, but when you get a death like that, that's definitely going to turn the tides just a little bit there. And now Raphael has the opportunity to pull a little bit ahead now. Dude, those left and right pillars have been the death of many players throughout this tournament. You got to be careful because that stop time can catch you off guard. And Shadow almost had to kill himself on Poochie. But man, talk about a very nice rebound. He's still going to keep the lead in this match with a 15-second Poochie there. Very close and even throughout right now. This is what I expected, though. I mean, even with that death, though, I mean, Shadow sure would have had a bigger lead right now. But can be a lot of variance in this run, and I expect this to be even throughout the entirety of it. As you can see now, Raphael pulling some tricks. Wiggler with a lot of rows of panels. There's only probably like 3 rows total of garbage blocks on the screen. So now Raphael taking his first lead of the match, unless you count that little time he was ahead during the death screen. But yeah, like I mentioned, this is what I expected with that main bracket spot on the line right now, and a pretty 3-1 record to come out of groups. These guys are going to pull out everything, and look at that, Raphael cruising now. A little bit shaky on the first couple stages, averaging around 30 seconds, but he's pulled out 2 sub-20-second times in a row. And now because of that death on Shadow's end, and he's struggling a little bit on Froggy here too. Raphael looking to make a pretty decisive lead right now. But Shadow, you know, even if he does drop that first chain here and there, he does have some pretty good follow-ups, and he won't get trolled very often for too long. Gonna finish it around 30 seconds, but yeah, Raphael, he's playing so consistent right now. He's getting the chains that he needs right at the very beginning, and a little bit of luck from the opponents playing with some dangerously high pillars. But yeah, stage 7 on Lunchfish, 4 minutes and 20 seconds in. This is pretty good pace, as both these competitors will shoot for that sub 6 minute time. That's definitely what I expect, even though they're capable of getting around like a 5:30 even. Shadow looks like he has a nice kill setup on Blarg. 2 right columns very high on his side. 24 seconds. Looking to make up a little bit of time here, as Raphael's got to send a little bit more to Lunchfish now. Yeah, and still not topped off yet. Alright, Shadow's opportunity to maybe tie this back up. I definitely see this being a tie game probably going into the cave right now. Let's see, Raphael, did he send enough as Lunchfish lowers? A lot of combo garbage stacked up. Lunchfish gonna get one more clear possibly. Oh, he's gonna get two more. This is the opportunity for Shadow to take this lead right back. The combo follow-up was enough, but Lunchfish gets to the clear just in time. He still might come out on top here though, because Raphael's Lunchfish has all the time in the world to troll, but Shadow didn't top him off either at the end. He's still probably going to make up some time, even though another chain lined up on Lunchfish's side, but 101 on Raphael's side. And yeah, it looks like Lunchfish is going to troll a little bit too. And one day I'll learn to put my cell phone on vibrate instead of loud ring. But yeah, Shadow does make up a little bit of time. And luckily for him, Lunchfish gave Raphael a little bit more of a harder time. So not too much time wasted here. But now it is past 6 minutes. If one of the players is not watching another one's screen, they could be a little bit worried here, especially on Shadow's end. He's had a little bit of trolls here and there, and especially with that death, he could be a little bit in panic mode right now. As you can see, Raphael has yet to have any garbage on his side on Shadow's screen. Meanwhile, the mirror match of Raphael versus Raphael's struggling a little bit too right now. These stages 7 and 8, man, they can actually amp up quite a bit in skill just because of how much faster the cursor movement is. They really won't do chains, but they'll certainly do a lot of clears on you. And you got to be careful and send enough garbage, because look, Raphael's still struggling, and so is Shadow. We got a stalemate right now. And Shadow's still looking for something right now. Not yet topped off. They're to this awkward point where their stacks were low enough to where they couldn't really build up anything afterwards. Shadow manages to finally find that 5 chain. This could eventually lead to the kill. Yep, Raphael did not have enough time to finally get to those greens. And man, still got some struggles here on the left side. But there we go. Finally closes it out. And you know, at the end of the day, this is still going to be pretty much a tied game right now. Shadow with a little bit of the lead like we saw at the beginning here. This has been very back and forth. They got to pick up this pace here though, because the person who manages to clean up the times from stages 7 and 8 has a really good shot at winning this first race. Because that was a lot of time wasted there. We're already at almost 8 minutes in and we're still on a hook bill right now. So if they can find these quick kills, the Shadow looks like was a line or two short there. He's going to need to find a better follow-up, but he has very few panels to work with right now. Meanwhile, Raphael's got to deal with this big chain by Hookbill on his side. Was it enough on his to top off Hookbill once he gets done, though? Shadow might come up with the kill first, though. And it looks like, oh, Raphael one line shorter, else that definitely would have been the follow-up right afterward. He's got to drop this chain, though. Looks like he's going to extend it to a 6. This could buy Hookbill just a little bit of time to get that clear, and he will go all the way up to 3rd tier. Yeah, and he's got a lot of panels to work with. Yeah, this is bad. This is where you want to have at least some restraint. I know it can be tough because you want to make sure you top him off for sure, but he definitely could have got that kill. And look, because of that, Hookbill was able to clear a whole bunch of those blocks, and he's trolling for even more. Meanwhile, Shadow caught Navel with that tall right pillar, had the 4 combo follow-ups that provided no shake, and a 14-second time. That's really big for Shadow right now. He pulls to a full stage lead right now. 2 stages left to go. This is looking good for Shadow. Let's see what he can do at the end here. He gets 2 5 combos to start off here at the beginning. He's going to drop it, maybe trying to play a little bit more aggressive, because Kamek is going to have that tall right tower, and it pays off. Wow, that was pretty good awareness again by Shadow there. You know, he goes for the gamble, noticed that Kamek's cursor was all the way at the bottom and had to scroll up, and it was just enough to pull off the kill there. Shadow now pulling away with this match, looking to take a 1-0 lead and secure his spot in the main bracket. This is big for Raphael right now. He had a pretty good start, but these last 4 or so stages just... He's got to find what he's doing wrong. He keeps dropping chains here and there, and the opponents are able to just keep clearing. Is Shadow going to try to go for another quick kill? No. Bowser gets a stack down. I would have been like, wow. This man pulling out sub-20s everywhere right now. But yeah, this is definitely his race to lose, as he has all the time in the world right now, with Raphael still struggling on Piranha. Potential force kill on Bowser's side, but he's going to have room to raise it up. Shadow going to extend this out to a 5 combo with that 2 chain tacked on at the end. Looks like he just might go for the consistent kill right now, building up this pretty big chain. It's going to be a 6 when it ends. Yeah, and Raphael's got to deal with all the trolls that is Piranha. Might be able to get this kill here. Does not find the blues. Alright, Raphael moving on to Kamek. It's not quite over yet. This is looking very scary for Raphael, though. It looks like I don't see any chains falling on Shadow's side. Bowser's got to screw up very quickly, or else this could be the kill. Yep, that's going to do it. Shadow cleans it up at the end. He had some trolls on 7 and 8, but he cleans up pretty nicely to get that 11-minute time. And he's going to be taking this first race. He is 1 race closer to automatically locking that spot into main bracket. Shadow does have a pretty good average race time himself, but I'm sure he does want to try to take this next race and secure it just now. Raphael with the big chain on the Kamek with not quite a quick enough follow-up, but Kamek's going to be in a really weird situation once this garbage is done clearing. This will probably lead to the kill at sub 40. Yep, Kamek scans up to 2nd tier. Raphael looking to finish at a pretty respectable time. I actually flash over to my sheet really quick. Raphael's average has been 12:36 throughout the tournament, which is actually about 2 minutes off of first place on the leaderboard. So I'm not even sure it's possible for him to get the best average time right now. So he might have to just pick up some momentum here on races 2 and 3 and win it there. Because it's looking pretty bleak for him, even if he managed to pull out like 2 sub 8s, which is a super tall order. I guess anything's possible when it comes to Tetris Attack, but the average is not looking on his side right now. He's definitely going to have to play a little bit more consistent to take these next 2 races. But if he does what he just did on Kamek and Bowser right now, this is going to look good for him. He absolutely buried both of them and finished sub 40 on the last 2 fights. That was good. You know, a race stages 7 through 10 there, and Raphael had a really good chance at winning this race. But yeah, that was a pretty close race throughout. Shadow definitely cleaned up the caves very, very smoothly at the end, and that's why he ended up with that race win. I think both of them could work a little bit on consistency, though, because I did notice Shadow was dropping chains here and there, too. But, you know, that's usually what happens with a lot of people's first games. It's either you're still trying to warm up a little bit, or there are a little bit of nerves on your side as well. And I've seen a lot of race 2s throughout the tournament. Times improved by like 1 minute plus, even. Looks like Raphael's trying to get himself a little bit of practice right now. I think he's trying to... Looks like he's testing controls, maybe? Definitely he's got the time to clear his head just a little bit right now, though. I think he was just getting a little bit of a feel on Lakitu, keeping his hands warm. But yeah, now going to back out, set up the screen for the race. We should see the action pretty shortly here. Only rooting for Raphael so we can see a game 3 here. If anything, let's make it a close race. Alright, here we go. Game 2, Shadow versus Raphael. Let's see how both of them start. Raphael gets a pretty decent chain there at the beginning. He got a very nice slide trick, but he's struggling trying to find the best follow-up here. Luckily for him, Lakitu has a pretty tall stack right now. The chain's going to buy him time, but once he lowers this, this could be a kill. Oh no, he's one line short. That's pretty unfortunate as Shadow sends the appropriate amount of garbage. He's going to be getting this kill first. Raphael trailing behind by 4 seconds right now. Alright, Shadow, he's got a nice looking lag chain at the end there. He's going to find a pretty quick combo follow-up. He started his next chain pretty quick, so it's going to give a little bit of time for this garbage to fall, but this follow-up should be good enough as you see that slow cursor speed from Bumpty moving over. But look at Raphael himself, gets that sub 15 second time, and we are all tied up. That's really all it takes, man. It's that first race warm-up to know what you're dealing with and to find the mistakes that you're doing. Both these players picking it up right now, looking to get this sub 2 minute Poochie maybe. Raphael gets a nice 7 chain on his side, as well as Shadow gets a 6 chain with some good combo garbage in between. It looks like it's going to be 8 rows of garbage, I want to say, on Shadow's side. We'll see as it falls here. Yeah, beautiful follow-up there. Shadow moving slightly ahead here on Poochie, but I think Raphael's going to get this kill follow-up. Oh, lots of shake time because of the big garbage blocks. It's going to take a little bit longer, but now I think this should be the kill once this falls. Yep, even with all that shake time still, there was absolutely no stop time left. So Shadow's going to have a pretty decent lead here to start, and his chains are definitely on point right now. Though I think I cursed him a little bit there as that last chain didn't connect. That was a kind of hard timing to get down. But look, he finds this 6 chain follow-up. Immediately afterward, that's going to drop during the clear animation. This is good for Shadow. 1 line short, but it immediately raised up. Gets 27 seconds. Shadow keeping this lead right now. Raphael looking to bounce back, though. Cuts off that chain from going any further as he had a lot of garbage sent, or combo garbage rather, sent in between that. He's got to be careful with the stack, but he gets those chains to delay it a little bit more. Gets the kill, 27 seconds. Alright, let's see what Shadow can do. This first chain is a little bit short. He's going to need to find this follow because these couple combo garbage blocks aren't going to quite be enough. This 2 chain should be enough if he leaves enough time for it to fall. Let's see. I think if Froggy got that blue down, it would have been 1 line short and trolled him for about 10 more seconds at least. So, good stuff by Shadow cutting that off just in time. Froggy doesn't troll all too much. Raphael looking to get a quick kill here. The purples are going to connect on Froggy's end, but nothing else is going to afterward. 25 seconds on Raphael's end. Very similar to last race right now. Luckily for Shadow, he was able to avoid the death this time around. And look at that, 6 chain with the 6 combo at the end. This is going to be enough to blarg. And instead of pulling the green all the way over to the left, he gets greedy with that 4 combo. Shadow with a nice 20 seconds. Probably going to take even bigger of a lead here unless Raphael can find a quick kill himself on blarg. But his first chain was a little bit short. This could be good. There's going to be some quick combo garbage blocks falling. And he almost matches Shadow there with the 21 seconds. So, Raphael not fading out just yet. Alright, what do we see on Shadow's end? He's really quick with these follow-ups all the time, I notice. And it's a really good strategy if you can either do that very decisive chain at the beginning, or you get off a pretty quick chain that kind of just like distracts your opponent for a little bit. They'll go for a clear and delay clearing more panels. And it can work out to give you consistent sub 30-second times as we saw on Shadow's side. But here we go. Raphael looking to close it out, and he gets a 20-second on Lunchfish. We're bringing the gap ever so close right now. We could see another tied game going into the cave here. I'm glad they're not getting psyched out by levels 7 and 8 again here, because we saw minute plus trolls on both sides last time. And And so far, it's looking good. Shadow might need a little bit more of a follow-up here. Raphael going for all these kind of clears. It's going to be close here. Shadow might have the force kill, though. Yeah, that's going to be it. But look at that. Raphael with the 15-second time. And didn't I call it? We're tied going into the cave right now. Look at that. We were about over 7 minutes, I think, during the last race heading into the cave. And both of these guys managed to get that sub 6 this time. Ooh, the pressure is on for both of these competitors. All right. Raphael's got a pretty good start right now. He had some combos mixed into this chain, cutting it off at a 7 smartly. This is going to more than plenty top off Hook Bill. And we saw similarly on Shadow's side, he's going to opt to do 2 different chains. Hopefully this works out for him because Raphael's big 7 chain was enough at the beginning. And look at this, Shadow's is enough too. It's going to be a little bit longer for him, but sub 30 is definitely still good enough to keep him in this race. Especially with, there's a possibility for one troll to pop up at any time. One minute fight is going to really hurt someone at this stage. And Raphael looking for his clears right now. Gets a little bit flustered, but it looks like he's going to continue this chain. Probably going to cut it off at a 6. Yep, he's going to cut it off right there. Let's see how much this stacks onto Piranha, who doesn't have a lot of panels to work with. He's got to find this follow-up. Tries to go for a 4 chain, but a 3 might be enough. Meanwhile, on Shadow's side, Piranha has a lot of panels on his screen. And this might not be a lot of shake, but the chain falls down. Gonna troll Shadow just a little bit longer as Raphael closes it out at a 27-second fight. Raphael having a much better run than last time. He was probably just now finishing Raphael during his last run. So 2 stages ahead of his last pace. Looking to continue the momentum, but Shadow is not going away. Keeping these 30-second times right now. He's only going to be down by like 17 seconds, I want to say. Alright, was Raphael's chains good enough? This follow-up is definitely pretty good. And, oh, just enough. The stop time did not refresh on Kamek's side. 21 seconds. Raphael, I think he's on PB pace right now. Not to mention sub 9 pace. He's having a really, really good run. All of his caves have been sub 30 seconds. Shadow's got to hope for Raphael to slow down here, or else they're going to a race 3 to determine who gets second place in this group. But let's see, Shadow not fading out just yet. Sub 30 for him as well. It's going to be quite a deficit to make up, and he's got to hope either Raphael gets trolled or he doesn't do quite as good of a follow-up. Which I don't know if his chain was that good here at the beginning. Yeah, he's going to need to send a lot more. Oh, this could be bad for Raphael right now. He doesn't have much panels to work with and does not get the 5 chain there at the beginning. He's going to have to raise his stack. And let's see, on Shadow's side, he doesn't get the strongest follow-up at the beginning too, but he's got a lot more panels to work with. And look, he's going to get this 5 chain follow-up with ease. This could be good against Bowser, but he's looking for chains. He's going to go into stack lowering mode. He doesn't have a clear immediately. He gets the reds over though. And I don't think Raphael has Bowser topped off just yet. And 1 square away on Shadow's screen. He's going to take the kill. Prevent this going to game 3. And Shadow locks his spot up in the main bracket. What a race there. Raphael's playing consistent the whole time, but Bowser likes to take runs away from everyone, and that's what happened here at the end. Unfortunately, Raphael ends up losing this fight, but I believe with what is still a PB, man. So, still a good race for him. Unfortunately, a 925 is just not enough to take it. Look at these guys. They stepped up by 3 minutes on the second run here. Or 2 minutes, rather. And, wow, what a race there at the end. That was insane. But yeah, Shadow showing his dominance, man. Moving on to 3-1 in the group. No one could stop him these last couple weeks, man. He took a loss, I think. Did he play cards week 1? Or no, he played cards week 3. So he had 2 wins or 1 win at the beginning and then 2 wins to end it off. But wow, what can I say about that race? Both of them played well. It was Bowser that determined it at the end. Raphael had such a lead, man, and those drop chains, maybe a little bit of nerves getting to him. but I'm sure he's very happy with that performance, and he still has a chance to make it to main bracket, as we'll take a little bit of a look as we transition over to that screen.